depression is prevalent in youth more than ever before now. So
Youth has always been there. Depression has always been there in youth and old, everywhere.
how would we cope up with it?
You have to start learning. When you don't want to learn, there is depression. When you want to learn, there is no depression. There is no time for depression. People who are depressed are very stupid people. They don't want to learn. They don't have the spirit of learning. That's why they are depressed. And I don't like depressed people at all. I only want people who want to learn always. The antidote for depression is learning. You should be interested in learning. I'll give you some examples. Bal Gangadhar Tilak was sent to Andaman jail for 5 years. He didn't go into depression. Veer Savarkar was in Andaman jail for 25 years in one cell. He did not become depressed. Why have you become depressed? Jesus Christ was being nailed on the cross. He didn't have any depression. Why are you getting depressed? There are many Sikh gurus who were put in boiling water by Mughals, emperors. They didn't get depressed. Why are you getting depressed? One couple are there in America, husband and wife. Husband wanted the wife to get water from the bathroom. Something happened to his body. The wife said, "You go and get your own water." So the husband got depressed. My wife is not listening to me. These kinds of depressions they all useless people. So all the depression that you are talking, they're all useless people. No Jesus was depressed. No Bal Gangadhar Tilak was depressed. Why are you depressed? Gandhi was thrown out of the train in South Africa in the midnight, in the cold. He stayed there on the platform. He did not get depressed. He became great. Why have you not become great with your depressions? Why are you depressed with your depressions? You are stupid, simply stupid. You are simply a weak soul. You must become a strong soul, like Veer Savarkar, like Bal Gangadhar, like Jesus Christ, like Mahatma Gandhi. They threw Mahatma Gandhi out of the train in the midnight in South Africa. Don't you know his story? And what kind of question is that? Depressed people? All stupid people.
Happy morning, dear friends and masters, and happy evening and afternoon. Joining in the East. Thank you for joining the Saturday Masterclass, dear friends and masters. My name is Kiran Chalivendra, and here hosting the session with Sridevi Madam. And first, we'll go into breath mindfulness meditation, and then we'll come back to our talk. So for those who are new to the breath mindfulness meditation, share a slide here. Just observing our normal, natural breath. Just observing our normal, natural breath. Sit comfortably, dear friends and masters. If you have specs, remove your spectacles and observe your normal, natural breath. Have thoughts, bring your attention back to your breath, dear friends. And before going into that mindfulness meditation, we'll be doing a few minutes of heart elevation, dear friends, and relax. Let's go into meditation. Dear friends, dear masters,
specs removed, eyes closed. Keep your hands on your chest area and resting your attention on your beautiful heart. With a slow, long, relaxing breath, connect with your heart center. Feel it, dear friends. Notice the beat, the rhythm of your heart. Your inner knowingness. Feel the center of all emotions, nurturing all life with its higher vibrations of love, compassion, gratitude. Can you recollect an experience from your past? Or simply go into an experience of higher emotion? Imagine that you are experiencing great, beautiful nature. You're trekking into mountains. You're helping people in need. Relive that moment and feel that energy. And allow yourself to direct that energy onto everyone and everything on this planet to help them heal. Where your attention goes, there your energy flows. Relive that moment and feel that energy and spread that energy to everyone, to everything, or to those who are in need. The more you experience love, compassion, deep joy, the more coherent you become, the more connected you become. slowly, let's go into breath mindfulness meditation. With your fingers into fingers, hands comfortably rested in your lap. Observe your normal, natural in breath and the out breath. We are going into powerful group meditation. Observe your normal, natural in breath and the out breath. With your attention at the root of your nose, when you observe your breath, your mind becomes less and less of thought. as your mind is becoming empty, allow yourself to experience the deeper calmness inside of you, all around you. Allow yourself to merge into your breath and allow yourself to experience emptiness, blackness. Where there's no body, where there's no thing. All emptiness is energy. The quantum field of infinite possibilities. The field of wholeness, the field of oneness. The longer you stay aware of this emptiness, this energy, the more you become of it, the more you receive from it. aware of the emptiness, that calmness, this field of energy, the field of creation. The more you are with it, with this emptiness, the more you tune in. To miraculous possibilities. The more expansive you become. If you find yourself distracted in thought, go back to observing your breath and allow yourself to go into that emptiness. This is your divine self, your greater mind. The more you are with it, the more whole you become, the more empowered you become. Friend, can you express gratitude to all things and everyone? Express gratitude to your parents for giving this beautiful connection to life. Be grateful to your teachers and mentors for expanding your knowledge and wisdom. Give thanks to everyone in your life, your family, friends, colleagues, relatives, partners, for helping you learn and experience many things. Be grateful to this grand nature, the fish, the bird, the animal, the planet, stars, sun, moon, Mother Earth, for all the energy, beauty, mystery, and more in our life. For gratitude to everything you use, the system, the company, the governments, the technology that supports our life in many, many ways. Gratitude to yourself for caring for you, for caring for others, and to this intelligent universe for helping us experience this life. Gratitude is the ultimate state of receivership. Recollect your experiences from the session. How did you feel? What have you seen? And whenever you're ready, you can keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds, and then you may open your eyes.
Okay, dear friends. Hope you have had a wonderful meditation. Have a special master with us today. We don't need any introduction, of course. She's one of us. But for those who are new, let me welcome Mrs. Sridevi Srirangam, madam. It's a wonderful meditation coach and master. She's also an IT professional in her day job at Siemens Digital Industries in St. Louis, whose journey beautifully bridges the world of technology, service, and inner transformation. Beyond her personal excellence, Sridevi is deeply committed to breath mindfulness meditation to the Buddha CEO Foundation, where she has been an active practitioner, coach, a retreat participant since 22. Sridevi madam and Mahesh sir, her husband, recently hosted the RCML, and it's so wonderful. If any of you has missed the conference, you can go back and watch the videos. Her dedication to spiritual growth is Matched by her passion for service, she volunteers with the Satyasai organization, Little Angels Foundation, and the Women Impact Network at her workplace, embodying compassion in action. Sridevi's curiosity extends into the realm of spiritual science, where she explores the deeper truths of consciousness and human connection. She is currently collaborating with fellow Buddha CEO members on research into the transformative benefits of meditation across various dimensions of life. Today, she invites us to reflect on our relationships, not just as interactions, but as mirrors of our inner world. Through her insights, we'll explore how mindfulness and self-awareness can illuminate the way we relate to others and ultimately to ourselves. Please join me, dear friends, in welcoming Sridevi Madam. Welcome, Sridevi Madam.
Thank you, Kiran sir. Actually, that was a very kind and elaborate introduction. Thank you. But by the way, RCML, there's a whole team in St. Louis uh, just came into this to manifest this regional conference. Where I'm so grateful that I'm one of it and part of it. So let me share. I have few slides, Kiran sir. I'll just share my screen. Okay, is it coming through my screen?
Yes.
You see the title? Okay. So let me minimize this. And this. Okay. So I'll try, as you mentioned, I'll try to explain these, how our relations, with the external world or our experiences. Relations means it's not just a relations with our friends, our family, our siblings, our parents. Those are the relationships we always think. And also the relationship with the situation, also relationships with our own selves. How these seven as seen mirrors explain our relation, reflect, it's all our own reflections, what we see in our relations or in our experiences in the situations. So when I heard this topic for the first time, a few years, couple of years ago, in one of the Saturday masterclass itself, I was like, wow, it's all about us. It's all about the reflection of us, what we draw into our life. It was a complex concept for me to understand also. I got to listen over and over or ponder upon it in many, many situations that I come across or reflect on it to fully understand. I still don't know I fully understand some of those, but I'll try. But anyway, first, let me greet everybody. Thanks, everyone, friends and masters, for joining this on this beautiful Saturday morning, early morning, to meditate and to share this experience with you all. I'm so grateful. So how does these? Let me go here. So the seven as seen mirrors is all of these relations are explained in seven mirrors that we carry. What are these mirrors? How do this is towards our journey within, actually, to know our journey within. And meditation greatly, helps with that awareness. Until I started meditating, I didn't know maybe these things are happening, but I never has that awareness or consciousness to connect what I'm going through or my feelings. So as I mentioned in the beginning, our outer relationships are all the mirrors of our inner thoughts, our inner experience, inner feelings. More than the thoughts, the feelings are what creates these experiences. We to create an experience, we really have to feel. Thoughts, when we give enough energy and life force, that's when they manifest, right? So how meditation really helped me to understand this concept even more, when it is explained that it's all our mirrors, that we see the reflections in others. We act as it's all the reflections. So all of these are explained like in 7. A mirror of a present moment. How do you reflect your relationships with the present moment awareness? Mirror of a present moment, mirror of judgment, mirror of childhood loss, mirror of past lives, mirror of relationship with our own parents, how they come back in our adult life, mirror of a quest for darkness, how challenges, we think it's only that we want always the lives to be smooth, but the acceptance of the challenges, there are always believing that there are always two sides of the coin. That is what that question, the 6th mirror explains. And then the 7th mirror about self-perception, how we see ourselves, or how we connect to our own in higher potential, how we are aware of how our own higher potential through others, reflecting in others. It all our relationships, again explained in these 7 mirrors. This is from a very ancient wisdom, actually. So let me try, in the respect of time, I will try as much as I could. Maybe I may not be going over elaborately. The first 2 important ones, mirror of present moment, mirror of judgment, and maybe the last ones I'll go a little elaborate. I'll try. Um, so, okay, as I said, people always, reflect back on whatever is going on inside you right now, right? If we are peaceful, we attract peace. If we're calm and enjoyed, we just had a peaceful moment, like meditation. We just came out of the meditation, everything beautiful. We have every like-minded people. We think, and whatever we think inside, and that's what we attract, right? Sometimes, we walk into an office, we are like stuck in traffic, stressed. I get to present this, and annoying. I don't know if I'm late. What type of? I'm always want to be prepared on time. I want to sit down and relax before I have to present. Otherwise, I don't know what type of questions are going to come, and how I'm going to on the moment, going to explain this. Or if we're worried about that meeting, and you're already stuck in the traffic, you already walking into that meeting with very agitated, you're not relaxed. In spite, it's your choice, right? In the present moment, you have to being, you don't have control over it. You could have planned better. Yes, the plan, but somehow sometimes plans also don't work, and you walk into that with that emotion, anxious um, and annoyed that because of this traffic, I got late, and all of this agitated mind, you're not peaceful anymore. Look at, once you sit into, you're not tapping into your absolute higher potential or higher consciousness, or your own natural state of state. So what happens, of course, the things that what you thought, oh, I may not be able to answer that right, or I may not do the meeting right. Whatever you want to do, that you may not be able to, because you already created those thoughts, and that's what you're going to face. So that's what it is. Others reflect who we are right now. Maybe somebody else's question in that meeting annoys you even more. It's really not, they might really not asking with that tone or assumption or expectation or anything. They might just simply ask a question, but because you're already annoyed and agitated inside you, that question seems like, what kind of stupid question they're asking me, and I have to explain this. Or you start in that annoying, and that's what and you think they're annoying, they're asking stupid questions, instead of, we are not, first of all, peaceful in our own selves. And you think, oh, this meeting is not a good meeting, or it didn't go well, or whatever the other outcome you think, you draw that situation, right? It's the experiences what you create is really the energy is the currency of the universe. And wherever your attention goes, the energy flows. A lot of you have attended with us, 40 days or in these, or advanced meditation retreats. Uh, Chandra sir, when he was mentioning, wherever your attention goes, your energy flows. And the energy is the currency of the universe. That energy is what? Our own energy, positive energy, negative energy, what type of energy we carry, what type of life force we give, and that are those outer experiences we draw into our lives. That is the relation we have with ourselves within, or with that current situation, or with other people, how. And that, there are, I heard a beautiful, story, a grandfather telling his grandchild, um, there are two wolves inside us. One is very loving, caring, compassionate, peaceful, um, confident, all of these. And the other wolf is judging, resentment, anger, hate. These two wolves are fighting always. Guess which wolf wins? The positive one or the negative one? You can put it in the chat if you want. So I want to see if you want to put some answers in the chat. I really want to see what you think. You want to read out, Kiran sir, out there? Oh, I can see.
Positive.
Okay. And I saw somebody saying negative, positive. Okay. Yeah, somebody said the one we feed the most. The one we feed the most, Prem sir. So what is this? The one we feed the most? What are we feeding? Again, wherever our attention goes, that's what gets even stronger. If our attention, if that wolf which has the positive thoughts, or more positive thoughts, loving, peaceful, we are into consciousness, we're always aware of our, consciousness, and we carry that no matter what, we're bringing back into, not falling into into these negative things and flow of the life, or carried with the external stimulations, then you're maintaining your own calm. That's what you're feeding. That's what you're always contemplating. That's what the experiences you're always listening to, positive things, or meditating. If you're consistently, regularly meditating, you're maintaining that balance. You're winning back, you're gaining back your energy. So whatever you feed the most, if you're feeding that negative emotions, hate, and I don't like this person, they're always annoying. Why don't they talk, why can't they plan? Why can't they think straight? They never plan. They're always like this. You're keeping this, you're blaming, you're judging, you're annoyed by them. If you carry these type of feelings about them in that present moment, and that's what you're going to experience in your own experiences. So the present moment, being in that present moment is 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 really important to see, to have to have our own beautiful experiences, right? So, and then when we go into this, the second mirror, this is a very important mirror, and we judge, right? I mean, no matter we think we judge traits in others that we resist in ourselves. What does that mean? We judge the things we think, oh, I'm not judging. I don't, sometimes people, even meditators or spiritual people, we think, this is not my thing. I'm always peaceful. I don't do anything. I don't judge. The other person is like this. It's we're always right, or we are learning a lot. I know a lot of wisdom, but why can't these people are never think, and they never have this higher wisdom? Even that itself, that spiritual path, when you're walking on the spiritual path also, there are a lot of judgment happens, right? You can a very simple one, forget about the higher wisdom and all of that. You can't stand when people are late. Why? You resist. You think discipline is the most one, and you can't accept anyone when they're not disciplined, when they're not following the time, when they're not, because you're resisting, because your ego or your thing, you're perfect. You plan better, you are on time, you respect other people's time. That's why you're, all of this. Sometimes it grows as you learn more, and as you also, that spiritual wisdom also gets you to judge other people. Why can't they learn? They never read these books. That's why they think like this. So here, always this judgment. The judgment again goes with ego, right? The We think, others are pushing our buttons, right? We always have, why because the emotional charge, we are emotionally charged with some situation, in our lives, whether our own spouse or our own siblings. Most of the time, when I'm always talking to my older brother, he pushes my button, always triggers actually it is inside me that, oh, he doesn't understand. Or my mom, I always used to think I only get angry with my mom, no one else. I'm not like this type of person. I understand so well. Uh, I'm more understanding than her, and she's the only one I get angry with. So that means my inside me, carrying a judgment about my mom or brother, that they're not understanding. right? If I really put myself in their shoes, their own past, if I drop that judgment, first of all, if I drop that, maybe in one situation or many situations actually, or it could be one situation you carried that emotion that they didn't understand. Next time, something else happens, you always you think you started putting that memory of that intense emotion that you have carried in that argument or in that discussion, that past memory, and you start judging, and it becomes so strong that anytime you see that person or anytime you interact with that person, you always think, oh, they're never understanding. You're still carrying that past memory. You're strengthening, as I said, the attention. The more times you think about that they are not understanding, you're strengthening uh, that emotion in your mind. And whatever emotion we carry, that strengthen, that is how we vibrate. And however we vibrate, and that's what the vibration into energy passes to the others, and that's what we hear from them. They're still not understanding. When you stop that, at some point, anyway, you can't change others. You can only change yourself, because you're the one getting annoyed. You don't know whether they're acting like that, they're not understanding. They probably are fine from themselves. But who are you really want to change the situation? Or if you keep on thinking the same way, you're not changing anything in yourself, then you're reflecting the same thing from them always, that they're not understanding. So start, how do we get over this of this mirror of judgment? That experience is not pleasant, right? We want to get over that or get rid of that. So first of all, drop the judgments of the past, because the memory, we strengthen our memory with the same type of memory, it more strengthens, right? As I said, if you start fresh, people are tend to evolve, they will change, just because they're like that for we always sometimes say, especially these relations with our the family, we think, oh, it's been 5 years, 10 years, he will never change, or oh, she will never understand me. I have seen over and over, it's always I have to adjust or understand or compromise. That means you're still carrying that emotion. You never let that past memory go out of your system or your consciousness, right? So this is, I myself, and I, for a long time, I carried that my brother or my mom is not understanding. But when I dropped that past memory, then if I had to help, why am I, getting angry and frustrated, and my discussions are not pleasant with them? When I dropped that past memory, I thought, let me listen. I'm going to accept whatever they're going to say. Okay, it's not going to be, let me experiment with this. And when I started changing my own, I dropped my ego, dropped the past memory, and started listening. And okay, they understand probably from the experiences they have come through, or what the kind of childhood my mom came through, what situation they came through. That's how what she's behaving as. When I understood, it improved it really developed that compassion for me. It developed the more patience for me to listen to her rather than just resisting. It's always the resistance. Whatever we resist, that's what is persist more. This is all about the resistance. Judgment is always your inside of you. You're resisting about some type of behavior, and that's why it is persistent. You never let that thought out of you and think in a different way. So we are the ones who are invoking that behavior in others. But we often think that no, I'm more understanding. They have to change. It's not me. They have to change. We always expect that other side, but once you start, that is what meditation really did to me. That when I started slowly, 4 years ago, my meditation journey, that awareness is coming. Before I think, oh, I don't judge people. I'm always good, that. But this is all judgment. You are not even aware of that. What meditation brings to you is this awareness of this. Whether you know this concept of mirror or not, that's relevant. But that emotion, where is my emotion annoying or anything is coming from? Where is my judgment coming from? Once you understand that, and then, of course, listening to others' experiences and wisdom and reading books, you learning the concepts of these, now you start back and recognizing that emotions more clearly, right? So, and then the third mirror is childhood loss, or this is called the mirror of what we have lost or given away, or given away or had taken. Sometimes we notice qualities in others we once had or wish to have. um, Sometimes when we see somebody who has the quality you used to have but lost somewhere along the way, and it's like they're reminding you of a part of yourself that's been missing. As soon as you connect to them immediately, you know um, um, like you meet a old friend who's still very adventurous and spontaneous, and then you realize that you haven't taken a fun or unplanned trip in years. You always have to plan, and you always have to think a lot, and oh, I don't like these unplanned things, but once you saw, all of a sudden you like that trait somewhere in the along. You like adventures, you like some things, but you have never, you have lost in your maybe with your responsibilities, life, and carried away in the life. You just lost that touch, and suddenly when you meet that old friend, you know what, I have to relax, I have to have this, or I have to have this experience of, I used to like this, what happened, you know these things suddenly come back, so what you see in others is, why do you connect? It is again the reflection. It is something what we have lost. It's deep down unfilled consciousness, or in your consciousness. It is there deep down, but it hasn't it kind of covered with so many other things. And all of a sudden, when you see that, you suddenly reflect back you fall back, and it reminds us part of ourselves, that what am I missing, right? And so, and then the fourth mirror, I won't probably go too much elaborate on, the mirror of most forgotten love, or the how, again, this is also kind of similar, but it is more deep down. It encounter, deep down memories. Sometimes you're running into someone, an old friend, or somebody, um, uh, immediately, an unknown, not even old friend, you run into someone, you meet someone in a completely new person, and there is a reason why, there is a soul connection. We say that means that maybe in the past lives, we have the similar things or something. You immediately get connected so deep down. That means those feelings, or the passions, or somewhere buried in yourself, that quest for that is still there. And then you immediately connect back, and those, when you see, when the behavior or the things that is expressed through them is what you reflect back. It is actually your deep down memories that are very deep down, that you get connected, and we started experiencing that. We start connecting with them back, and we're so happy to see them, to listen to them, to hang out with them. It's not a very long time friendship or anything. It suddenly happens that and we are soulmates. We carry that journey toward, together again. So that I'm sure a lot of people experience that. And what is that is see some forgotten love or some forgotten uh, past life. Something comes back through others. And then there's this fifth mirror is about the mother and father patterns. The how we raised, or how our parents reflect our relation with the parents, or consciously or subconsciously, how we picked up some things from our parents, come back into our lives adults. Some things are like, I don't want to be like that, but sometimes it it comes back. Deep down you observed your mom behaving in a certain way, or all of that in the adulthood. Again, when you marry, most of the time you pick up some patterns of your mother and father, that in your spouse itself, knowingly or unknowingly, it happens, and you connect to those, and you also that unfilled things will start filling up in your adult life. At some other point, I'll go in more elaborate, but I just want to move to a couple more, and before I wrap up, there are, I told this is about the mirror of dark night of the soul, or mirror of the quest for darkness. Again, this also same thing. We reflect ourselves through the qualities, and there is a other aspect of it, like we always think there are always two sides of the coin, right? Dark, and it's not always the joy and challenges are part of the life, two sides of the coin, right? But that those challenges comes to our life to express some mastery, or to demonstrate a mastery of our own true potential, actually. Until then, we don't even know that we have that potential. Especially when I got laid off after from 18 years, I worked for a company, and then I got laid off one day. I got a notice, and I thought, I didn't trust the process, of life. I was too attached with that. I thought, this is it. I'm going to retire from here. But I know that I'm not enjoying at the end, because of a lot of changes or whatever that is coming. I wasn't enjoying, but still I'm so attached with that. Or maybe the fears are stopping me from coming out of that, even though my experience, and I have a lot of other things that I want to really learn, and I'm not getting time to learn. I am only living, I'm not even realizing that this is not that something I'm enjoying. I kind of not enjoying, but I am living for as if it feels like, oh, it is paying me good, and I have a good position, I have a good title, I have good money, and that is one thing, the attachment. And other thing, truly inside, what am I living for? I don't know. Why am I not leaving? I don't know. I mean, the fears, the attachment is what is stopping me. But when that challenge came as that darkness that came immediately, all of these things dropped. The first thing, yes, I didn't accept. It was in a few days. It was very, why, how can I find a new job? First of all, what, it even questioned me what kind of skills I have. I was like shocked myself. I have so much, I sticked with that company so long because I was always learning. I was always growing in my career. I was always to a top, I grown so much into my career. But still, when that happened, I was immediately, what do I know even? I worked for the same company for so long in IT. That's not the way. You have to keep switching jobs. All these beliefs but the challenge only put me to go into the next next higher one. And it, first of all, it taught me trust the process. It's okay to not have, I have the best time of 6 months with paid, salary and everything. And I was able to learn the things that I really wanted to spend time on, spiritually and professionally, lot of time. That 6 months is the best time before I found my new job, is just, so what happened is just, I have to accept and drop the constructs in my own mind that, I'm smart and working hard. Why would I be laid off? I constructed in my own mind that it's not true, that I don't have a problem. I'm always learning. I'm always hard work. I'm smart. I'm growing up in my career, all of this. But that doesn't have anything to do with it. I formed my own constructs in my head. So that it helped me. There's no such theories that you have to build, So uh, all of this just taught me so much. And then the last one, the mirror of reflection of our own higher potential. Again, it is about our own self-perception. The way I can, sometimes we don't live our own dreams, right? We are living for the dreams. We are living others' dreams. And in process of that, we're not content. No matter how successful you are, how great of a job you have, everything, but you're still not content. If it is not aligned with your own purpose, you're never satisfied, or you're never content. Right? So when you start thinking about, when you start doing you're the measurement of your own success, not comparing with anyone, right? The measure of your own success, whether it's in your hobbies, passion, or career, or relationships, whatever might be it. But you be your own thermometer, your own yardstick. That is when your perception, unless you're aligned to your own purpose, it doesn't give your 100% happiness, right? So sometimes you think you're living for others, but that doesn't really give you the purpose of your life, right? So that awareness, that awareness comes from when you start meditating. Is this really what I want to do? Is this really and you think, oh, people are perceiving, you like a success one. But truly, a quote that I read is about your perception. Your perception of me is actually the reflection of you, not me, right? I'm going to say this again. Your perception of me is actually a reflection of you, not me. That's on your own. It defines you, how you're perceiving about me. But the reaction, my reaction to you is my own awareness. Okay. Your reaction towards anyone is your own awareness. You think, seeing divine in others awakens it in us. In the second step, I put it on the side. So when you start, that is what your awareness is, what really improves, with the regular, meditation. You can see that your own higher potential, whether you're really aligned to your purpose. It is not about others' perceptions on you is what is going to make you. Your own awareness within your own inner journey is what really makes you brings you to your true potential. So with that, I would say this quote I'll read and thank you for all your patience and listening to me. And life is a mirror, and meditation is the polish that makes the reflection clear. Thank you, and I'll stay on. I think I took a long time, I guess, already. I stopped sharing. This is a whole big concept. I thought I don't think I will go into this elaborate, but sorry, it just flowed through me. Whatever, I hope some of you get connected with these. Thank you.
Thank you, Sridevi, madam. That was a very wonderful master class. And personally, I enjoyed it very much. And thank again for your dedication to come up on Saturday to illuminate us with this wonderful presentation on this 7 mirrors. The examples that you gave and the insights you offered are very profound, madam. Thank you very much.
Thank
As
you.
I understand, it's more clear now. I read this book from Chandra sir, gave me this first book on in Telugu, Divya Bandhavyalu by Newton Konaviti sir. Divya Jivana Bandhavyalu. It's about these mirrors, and it reminded me of the book again. It's very clear, madam, with your examples walking us through each mirror, how they are helpful. You revealed how our interaction serves as catalyst for our own self-awareness, our own healing, our own growth. And ultimately, we are measuring ourselves from the mirror of judgment, mirror of love. Your talk reminded us almost the entirety of that book I've read sometime back. And your examples were also amazing. Thank you very much. Going through each of them with patience and such a grace. Thank you. Yes, dear friends, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to raise your hand or unmute yourself.
I think there is a question in the comments in the chat.
How to be aligned in natural state, happy and joyful all time, irrespective of any situation occurred in life, or need to erase past karma to become happy now. Meditation. That's all the key. I always share in my experience. Once I started meditating, the only thing I realized, whatever challenge I go into, I connected back to, there's only one key for all these problems or sufferings or whatever we think of a challenge or problem. I started even not a problem of no problem. It just slowly comes into, that consistent meditation just slowly comes into. When I started my meditation, I didn't even think of that I have these things. I only just sat down because I was always into action. I just want to sit down and, relax because I'm never relaxing. And guess more than that relaxation, I got that awareness and clarity in my mind. So, yeah, I mean, it's our choice. Sometimes I can give a very small analogy like, how do you want to be? You want to be like a shaken Coke bottle? when you want to deal with somebody, or when you want to confront a situation, or you want to be like a water bottle, nice, stable, just like that. I used to think about that when I was raising my kids. Coming back from work, there are always stress and work and lot of things. How do I want to be when I step into from my garage, got down my car, into my kitchen, just step into, how do I want to be? Like a shaken Coke bottle or water bottle? This thing usually, okay, that's when I start, silent sitting, or just some positive thoughts. I leave that past is past, and just, that's how I think positive affirmations, meditating, being with the satsang, all of this slowly get into that joyful, happy state, and it burns the karma. Um, you know, that's what I believe. And somebody said, how to not react when someone else is judging you? Again, uh, see, that reaction is, again, it's the ego. It's always the ego battle. Why do you even have to think, first of all, they're judging you? Just because they said something, you're stupid, okay? Or you'd never think, you never know what to do the right thing. It happens, right? Even small things in the kitchen also, between wife and husband, you never place the things in the right place, or a very small thing that just starts and sparks like a fire. Why? It's all ego battle again. But the ego battle is, they're judging you that you're not perfect, or you don't know how to plan. That's all, right? And that small thing, actually, it is not about the putting the place, that one thing. It is about connecting to the past, right? You're already made a thing. Oh, you're always blaming me that I'm not perfect. You do the things right way, I never do, or I never cut the vegetable the right way, and no matter how many times you say, but you're the only one perfect, or that all of that memory feeds you, that the memory coming out of forming. So if you don't even think that they're judging, or let's say they say stupid, and I'm not stupid anyway, so it defines them, it's not me. If I'm really stupid, okay, maybe I'll change. If you don't leave it at that point, nothing happens, right? You don't react at that time. You just, okay, accept it. Either way, if you are that, accept it. If you're not that, anyway, no problem, right? So that simple, it's all again, that ego, every cell of our body, just, our mind and is full of ego. When we start dissolving that slowly, it just, but that dissolving comes, we know a lot of things. These are not the right things. Oh, we should not react. We have to respond and all that. But it never comes into life, or we don't live in that situation when the situation comes. And that only was possible when happened into my life, when I slowly started meditating consistently. Even still, the emotions spill out, they comes, once you're not completely perfect. It's a journey. It's not a destination. It's a journey of that being in that constant integrated awareness. I call that CIA.
Thank you, madam. We have Joshi Baskars. Please unmute yours. Yes, sir. Please
Thank you,
go
sir.
ahead.
Good evening, madam. Good evening to all. And I'm from India. That's why it's good evening. Sorry.
Good evening.
Madam, in this mirror 3, it's about childhood loss. Okay. And mirror 6 is for quest for darkness. It's almost, both are almost similar.
Yes, I mean, kind of, all of these are connected in one, in some way again, okay? It's all about truly what we are feeling inside. That's all. The deep feeling, the childhood loss is something that you're very fond of doing, and somehow in your way of life, you got lost, into that touch. You used to paint, or you used to do some things that you love to be very joyful and playful, want to do all these outside things. But then you got married, you got the kids, you got other responsibilities, or you got into sucked up into some other situations, family, or whatever it is, external influence, you lost that your inner joy that you really would love to do, taking the time, which you lost it completely, and you forgot about it, that I even love this one. And suddenly you run into somebody and you realize that they were doing that. Oh my God, this is really who I am. The reason why you connect it, because deep down in your somewhere you have that love for that, and you've forgotten that. And it connects back. Whereas the darkness, the sixth one, is that the acceptance of the challenges come to demonstrate our own true potential, the higher state of us, with grace and ease. And also the acceptance about the challenges comes that you have to accept that there are two sides of the coin always. It's not like it's only life goes in one way. When you accept that, it doesn't feel like. So there is a lot different.
Thank you, ma'am. But actually, your slide shows what you explained. It's the same wordings are there. That's why I was a little bit confused.
Okay, maybe my
That's
copy.
not an issue. That's not absolutely not an issue. You have done a great job. I really love this topic. It was very good. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank
I just want to mention it to you. That's all. I'm not
For
pointing
sure.
it out. Just you can observe it. That's all.
Thank you.
Your explanation is very, very good. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. If there are no other questions, I think we can wrap up, I guess.
Yes, thank you very much, Sridevi Madam. Again, we're so grateful to have you on this Saturday, and thank you for going through everything. It's very helpful for me, and I enjoyed it very much. Thank you, dear friends, for everyone for participating. Have a good evening, good day.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good evening. Have a good day, rest of the day. Thank you.
Thank you. I want to say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. 'Cause I'm so grateful. So grateful. Oh, grateful. I'm so grateful. So I want to say thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit.